Hello everyone, welcome to my presentation video. Today we are going to exploring one of the most critical aspect of the modern information technology, which is cloud risk management. An organization increasingly moving their data and operation into the cloud. The question is no longer just is the cloud convenient, it is the cloud safe. And how do we manage the risks that come with it? In this presentation, drawing from the chapter 7 of our unit material, or the chapter 7 or the week 7 of our cloud and beyond courses, we will cover 6 key areas: the cloud ecosystem, how to manage information security risks at the ecosystem level, and the risk management framework, that specific steps within that framework, how the cloud providers manage risks, and finally the practical steps a customer takes when adopting a cloud-based solution. So let's get started. And moving to the slide 2, we will be talking about the cloud ecosystem. First, we need to know what exactly is a cloud ecosystem. A cloud ecosystem is not a simply of a server sitting in the data center. It is a complex, interconnected environment made up of the cloud actors, providers, consumer, and the brokers. Each with their own mission, business processes, and supporting information system. Which makes this ecosystem unique is that all these actors are deeply interdependent. A decision made by a provider, say a change in their security configuration, can be ripple effect on every consumer using their services. Critically, every actor is in this ecosystem carries a responsibility. They must evaluate what the level of the risk is acceptable to them based on their own risk tolerance, threshold, and weight, and against the residual risks that exist across the entire ecosystem. On the right hand side of the slide, you can see the key challenges. A cloud-based information system are exposed to the threats that can be damaged organizational operation as individual and partner organization. Malicious actor can exploit both known and unknown vulnerabilities to compromise the confidentiality, integrity, or availability of the data. Moving to the slide 3, we'll be talking about the managing the information security risks at an ecosystem level. Sorry. So, how do we manage the information security risks at this broad ecosystem wide level? There are 4 essential elements that must be established. First, responsibility must be clear assigned. Every cloud actor must know their role in managing risks, and internally, each organization must assign responsibility to their senior leaders and executive. Ambiguity here is dangerous. Second, risk tolerance must be established and communicated. This is typically done through a service level agreement, or SLA. The SLA sets out the boundaries, which level of the risk each party is willing to accept, and clarifies how decisions that affect risk tolerance will be made. Third is near real-time monitoring. Each actor must continuously watch for emerging threats and understanding the risks security arising from the use of ecosystem. Talking about the fourth, accountability and information sharing. Actor must take ownership of the incident, share threat intelligence, and communicate their risk management decision and solution promptly. In a connected ecosystem, transparency is not an optional, it is essential. Moving to the slide 4, the risk management framework. Now we can understand the ecosystem and how risks should be managed at a high level. Let us look at the formal structure that guide this process, the risk management framework, or the RFM. The RFN provides a disciplined and a structured process that integrates information security and risk management activities directly into organization system development lifecycle or RSDLC. In other words, security is an afterthought. It is built in very beginning. The RMF operates across three tiers. Tier 1 is an organization level, Tier 2 is a mission and business process level, Tier 3 where RMF primarily operates its information system level. This is where a specific security control are selected, implemented. These tiers are not isolated. Decisions made at Tier 1 and Tier 2 flow down and shape what happened at Tier 3. So moving to the slide 5, we will be talking about the RMF steps, and risk assessment. The RMF consists of six well-defined steps. Let us cover these first three, which from the risk assessment phase. The step one is to categorize. This means clarifying the information systems and data is processes, store and transit based on the system impact analysis. Step 2 is a select control. Based on your security categorization, you select an initial baseline of security controls. But, and this is important, you don't just apply a one size fit all control set. You tailor and supplement those controls based on your specific organizational risk assessment and operating environment. Step 3 is implementing controls. You put the security controls in practice and clearly document and how each control is deployed within the system and its environment. And for the further slide, we'll be talking about other RMF steps of risk treatment and control. So step 4 is accesses. Now that controls has been implemented, you access whether they are actually working using appropriate assessment procedures as defined in assessment plan. You determine if each control is correctly implemented and producing a desired security outcome. Step 3 is authorized. Based on the assessment finding, a senior official makes a formal decision. Is the level of a residual risk acceptable? This is authorization consider the risk to be organizational operation, assets, individual, and even the other organization who may be affected. The step 6 is to monitor, and this is an ongoing security control, which is must be continuously monitored for effectiveness. Change to the system of our environment must be documented. So together, these six steps create a continuous cycle of a security improvement, not a one-time exercise. Moving to the slide 7, which tells or which we'll be talking about applying the RMF to a cloud ecosystem. Applying a RMF in a traditional IT environment is well understood, but applying it to the cloud ecosystem requires a customization where RMF4CE comes in. Cloud customer needs to gain a comprehensive perspective of entire cloud system before committing to any solution. 1. Perform a risk management specific to the cloud context. 2. Identify the best fitting cloud architecture, whether that is IaaS, PaaS, SaaS. 3. Select the most suitable and cloud service that aligns with their business needs and security requirements. 4th. Gain the necessary visibility into the cloud offering. 5th. Define and negotiate the risk treatment and control mitigation before finalizing that as LA. Moving to the slide ahead, we'll be talking about the cloud provider's risk management process. So let us now look at the risk management process from a provider perspective. Cloud provider build their architecture to meet a large number of a diverse pool of a consumer. The security and the privacy control must satisfy baseline requirement for many different type of organization. A key challenge is that of time At the time of provider architects their cloud service, they can only assume the nature of the data that consumer will generate. However, the centralized nature of a cloud service actually create a significant security advantage. Providers can engineer highly specialized, technically advanced security solutions that may individual organizations simply could not afford or build themselves. And talking about the slide 9, we will be talking about the adopting a cloud-based solution, and these are the steps we'll be talking about. Steps 1. Describe the service or the application for which a cloud solution is best considered. Be specific about what needs to be delivered. Step 2. Identify all the functional capabilities that must be implemented. What does the system actually need to do? Step 3. Identify the security and the privacy requirements as well as the specific control needs to protect the service. Step 4. Analyze and select the most appropriate cloud ecosystem architecture. This means combining a deployment model, which is private, public, and hybrid or community, with a specific service model, which are IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS. Step 5 says the identity and the select the cloud actors which will orchestrate the ecosystem. Who are the providers? Are broker involved? Understanding who is responsible for what critical before proceeding. And for the final step, we will conclude with the final four steps of a cloud adoption and key takeaway to the close. Step 6. Understand the powers and the broker's security posture and understand which security controls are inherited from them. Step 3. Assign specific value to all organization. Define security parameters. General control must be made concrete. The specific of environment through explicit assignment and the selection. Step 8. Supplement the baseline control with additional security and privacy enhancement. Step 9. Provide all the additional specific information required for actual implementation of a control. The plan means nothing unless it can be executed. So, key takeaway from this chapter of the week 7 courses is successful cloud adoption is not about the technology alone. It requires understanding of ecosystem, a discipline and customized application of a risk management framework and continuous transparent collaboration between providers and consumer. Security is not a destination, it is an ongoing commitment. So thank you for your attention, and I'm happy to take any question in the section down below in the comment section. And make sure to subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell to get notified when our new video will be launched or uploaded. Thank you.